Alright, here's the end result. I just showed you it's a pretty thick board, nice, about 1 inch thick. I'm gonna mount right here an anvil, so I need that thickness, and so it doesn't break. I didn't really have any problems with the drawers, as was mentioned by others. I just shook them. They have an insert here for non-slip. Some of the nice features are, they give you a light. One thing I noticed about the light is they ship it with a piece of cardboard in there. And so I thought my light was burned out, and then I quickly shut it off and found that there's cardboard in there. I didn't want to start on fire, so good thing I noticed that. Up on the top, they also have non-slip, and that's very nice. One difficulty I had was on the back of this. There's different screws than these. There's these flat ones right here, and if you don't do the right screw, then you can't do the shelves or the drawers correctly, because you don't have enough screws. And that's one of the things that I was when I was reading the instructions. There is a problem with the instructions, in my opinion. Right here, it doesn't tell you the screw type for this, and it ended up being I used the wrong screws for that. And it does tell you later on that what screws these are, but not on these first pictures. So if they would have either told me to assemble these drawers first, and then I would have known that all these screws would have been gone, and then I would have had to use those other screws for this. But the way it was is I used the wrong screws here and ended up taking all these screws out and putting the other ones back in. It ends up being this they're all the same size, so they all fit, but it was a flat head versus or a flat screw versus just a tiny head. So that made a difference on the back, because I ended up it could make the thing weaker if you use the wrong screws. So that was a problem. I like this metal rather than the typical wood. Overall, it's very nice. This one guy said the drawers are bad. I mean, I don't expect it to be, the cream of the crop for the price. It's definitely worth it. Didn't seem to have any problems with the bottom part. Oh, the one thing that I did find kind of weird was there's a sticker on the back side, but all the other stickers are on the front, telling you that this is the front, this is the front, this is the front. But then all of a sudden this sticker said that it's on the back, and that was the only kind of confusing thing of why not put all of them facing forward on the first couple, and then that one is in the back. But that was the only thing at the beginning. Another thing was, but mainly that screw thing. They need to fix that in here, and then they would have 100% instructions that were pretty decent. And all the stickers helped during construction, and the bags labeled. It would have been nice, though, to have some pieces, instead of having them numbers, to have them ABC, and then have, the screws numbers, and then the pieces letters. Because that was, when you have all numbers, it kind of gets, okay, what's this? Is this a screw? Is this the piece? Or is this the screw? I mean, if they're all numbers, that's the only thing in the instructions. But overall, it was pretty easy to assemble. It just was, I just did the screws wrong on that one section. I mean, it's right here in the manual. These are these are the pieces, and then there's no screws labeled there. And that's when it confused me, and then it just went downhill, and then I had to come back and unscrew all that.
So here's my Ultra HD tool chest that I'm not using as the tool chest at all. This I use as a bedside table stand, and it looks and works incredibly well. It's really is beautiful. It's stainless steel on the top and on the sides, and it's got this grate in metal, which is also stainless steel in the front. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers and a nice big door over here where you can store a bunch of stuff. It's got a shelf in there also. Took me about 2.5 hours to put the first one together. And it's not them, it's me. Pay attention to the instructions. They are very explicit and very simple. The next one, which is over here, this took me about, an hour and 15 minutes maybe. Got much better at it once I understood it completely. They look phenomenal, and they are ultra functional. They're tall, which I love, and they've got so much storage, and they're cheaper than most bed stands that you'll ever get. Bedside tables, oh my God, they're gonna be like $800. These were like $300 and something. They were cheaper than the filing cabinets I thought about getting on the sides. And they are uber functional, and they lock. One key locks all of the drawers and the cabinet. This is an excellent product.
Questo pure tutto rovinato, difatti pure arrugginito perché l'ha presa la botta. E questo in pratica si stacca. Però non è un problema, si avvita la ruota, non è quello il problema. Però questa qua va sempre in giro, tutto, guarda, è ammaccato e arrugginito. Quindi è da tempo che è così.